Konnichiwa, bitches.
Woo! Oh, Yuki Tsunoda. Oh,
Ata
Yuki
makata Isaashi,
Tsunoda.
Isaashi. Ata makata Isaashi, Isaashi. Let's go!
Yo!
Let's go! Fuck.
Okay, we've heard the news. Yuki Tsunoda in at Zandvoort for V-Carb. Liam Lawson in at Red Bull for V-Carb. Of course, we don't feel great. It's terrible that something bad has to happen for something good to happen. That Isack Hadjar had to break his wrist. He broke his wrist because he was sparring.
Can I just say, what a moron. What a guy. I've been saying this for years. These guys are if I break my wrist, like I can box, right? Because like I don't need my wrist for shit. It's like, oh, you can't jerk off. Like, who cares? Right. Like these guys need their wrists and hands. Why are you boxing? Like, and these guys that they're always boxing, they're always skiing, they're always cycling. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Like, have you ever heard of a fucking Peloton? Have you ever heard? They're not even real athletes. These guys are like cosplaying as elite. Like everyone's like, they are elite athletes. They are. I'm like, yeah, you have to be in good shape. Like they always talk about how what good shape they have to be in. And then I always go, Exhibit A, Max Verstappen. That guy is not in tremendous shape. He's in good enough shape. Like, I just watched the World Cup. Like, I'm sorry, but those guys are in better shape. Those guys are, it's like, they got to do 70 laps in the heat. I'm like, yeah, those guys are like running 12 miles, like a fucking game in the heat.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've seen it before. We've talked about it before. There's the level of fitness that you need to be, which is exemplified by Max Verstappen. And then there's the vanity fitness exhibited by Pierre Gasly and maybe exhibited a little bit by Isack Hadjar. I mean, we've all seen the pictures.
Overcompensation.
The kid's got a sleeper bod, but at what cost? And we found out the cost at the cost of his wrist. Unclear how long he will be out for.
You know who's never going to hurt himself working out? Yuki Tsunoda.
That's right.
Because that guy does the bare fucking minimum.
That's right. Yuki is in no fear of breaking his wrist while sparring. The only thing that Yuki is in danger of is choking on whatever delicious food he's eating this week. That is the fear that Yuki has. But no, this is huge news in the world of Formula One, but most of all, it's huge news in the world of the Red Flags pod, because as you know, we are the kings of Yuki Kingdom. Well, not kings. Yes. He's obviously the king. We are just his mere jesters in Yuki Kingdom. This weekend's going to be amazing. Let's just discuss the weekend and the implications of the weekend, because there's a lot going on here. I mean, obviously there's the Yuki component of it. There's the Liam component of it. I had this thought, Liam is going to be driving for Red Bull, right? Made sense to me that they weren't going to put Yuki in the Red Bull seat. That did make sense to me. I would have obviously put him in the Red Bull seat
because they were scared.
Made sense why they didn't.
Were scared.
But it is interesting on the Liam Lindblad Red Bull power dynamic of it all that they've put Liam in that seat, because it seems like Liam is maybe up for relegation, that his job is maybe not that secure, and that they actually like Lindblad more. So it was curious to me that they put him in the Red Bull seat, and it made me think one thing. If Christian Horner was still running Red Bull, there's no fucking way Liam Lawson is driving for Red Bull this weekend. 100% they're putting Lindblad in the seat. That's what I think.
Right. You never go back. Red Bull, that's a roach motel. Once you go from Red Bull out, you don't go back in.
This is like the new nice Red Bull being like, well, Liam's the senior driver and well, he's put the time in and he deserves it, so he should go in that seat. I'm like, if Christian Horner and Helmut Marko were still there, they'd be like, Liam Lawson, we've already seen him, what he can do. Put Lindblad in the seat now.
Been there. We don't want sloppy seconds. Let's get the new young guy in there. But I guess my question is for you, because I was thinking in the old Red Bull way. Like the old Red Bull way is like, what are they thinking here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are they putting the guy that's probably on the chopping block? Why are they quote unquote promoting him? But I guess this just shows you the new ethos, which is they're going with the safe, experienced guy. They're protecting Lindblad, and they're not we never go back. We never once we break up with someone, we never take them back, sort of thing. Right. That's gone. What I do think is what we will find here's the fascinating thing.
Yeah.
Which is, if Liam is close, let's say he's like a 10th or 2 off. If Liam does a good job this weekend, then it begs then it starts to call Isack Hadjar's performance into question, because then you begin to think, is Isack Hadjar a genius, or are these reg sets just easier to match Max on? Like, did Max just was that car just way narrower in terms of the spectrum in which you could drive it? And that spectrum was, are you Max or not?
Right.
So if Liam could get close, then that will maybe sort of give us a greater understanding of why Liam and Yuki failed and why Hadjar is doing relatively better.
Right.
It
could be a reg set type of thing. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I think these cars are difficult to manage in their own way, but there's not, they're not on rails like the previous generation of cars were. They're not on the edge in the same way. So maybe they are, the delta is easier to shrink if you're in the same machinery. I think this is it's a huge weekend for the future of both of these guys, though. This is a huge weekend for Liam, who has been, had a rough go of it, and he's on the chopping block this year. And he has to be looking around saying, where can I land if Red Bull ultimately does part ways with me? And not only is this his opportunity to show Red Bull that he can still do it, and for maybe try to convince them to keep him, but this is really an audition for other teams as well. Look what I can do in good machinery. Look what I can, in his mind, he's probably hoping that it takes a little bit longer to heal, because they're trying to get Isack back for Monza, but who knows? These wrist injuries can be pesky, and we got a week off before Monza, but it could take 4 or 5 weeks for this thing to properly heal itself. It's also a huge opportunity for Yuki.
Yeah.
To say, because it seems like, there's some rumors that he's maybe looking at an IndyCar seat, which would be great. There's some IndyCar interest. Obviously, there's a Honda connection there, but if he's going to stay in Formula One, this is the time to show the grid that you can handle the new machinery. He's never driven these cars, literally. He's done sim work, but he's never actually driven these physical new generation of F1 cars. So it's a big undertaking. And on top of everything, it's a sprint weekend. And on top of even that, it looks like we're going to have rain on Friday and Saturday, and maybe even Sunday.
Hell yeah. Well, it's interesting though. Where is Yuki? It's a great opportunity for Yuki, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of openings, right? I just saw here that it seems like Carlos Sainz is re-signed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's true, then it's bleak out here. Yeah, he signs a multi-year contract with Williams.
How depressing! That's hilarious.
Oh my God! Multiple break. We're finding this out on the pod. multiple breaking news stories. Carlos Sainz signed for multiple years at Williams. I mean, it just shows how limited
there's like a housing crisis in the Formula One space. It's like somehow there's 11 teams, but Carlos Sainz is stuck at Williams.
Yeah.
And Yuki Tsunoda can only fill in because Hadjar's a dumbass. But no, I mean, if we know that this is like an impulsy sort of sport, right? Nick DeVries was nowhere, and then he has one good performance, and suddenly everybody wants a piece of his ass. So it can happen. This could change all of our lives. our merchandise fortune can be converted overnight.
That's right. No, dude, Yuki's going to stay in Formula One. He's still as relevant as ever. So get your T-shirts right now. Our king, Yuki. Okay, well then what, what do you think is potentially on the table for Yuki? Like, who could he potentially, like, let's say he goes out there and wipes the floor with Lindblad and looks like, he's the next coming of Yuki Tsunoda. Where do you think, what teams might be interested in seeing how Yuki does?
It really, it's a fight it's a fight for a knife in the mud for the Haas seat.
Right.
Because Cadillac, they're probably not changing. I mean, maybe they fire Bottas, but they got a hard on for Herta.
Right.
Although who knows where that management's heading. Right. They just got a new team principal. They got Marcin Bukowski. So like maybe there's an opening at Cadillac. Maybe Herta doesn't get that seat. So maybe there's an opening at Cadillac. Maybe there's an opening at Haas. But other than that.
Yeah, because I guess that's where Liam's also, they're all trying to impress those teams because in theory, Red Bull is not keeping Liam. I mean, that seems to be like what everyone's pointing towards is that like that Lindblad's already kind of proven himself enough against Liam.
Yes, and they're not giving him a second year.
Right.
And then this guy,
and maybe they keep Liam in that seat next year, maybe, but then after next year, if they do, then.
But if they did that, they would have to bench the F2 winner,
right?
Which would be tough.
So I guess everyone's maybe gunning for that Esteban Ocon seat,
right? But then there's the Ferrari kid,
right?
So there's other hot prospects. So it's tough. But I think the person under the most pressure right now is Liam because Yuki did 5 years in F1. He did 4 or 5 years. If Liam wants a second full year, or a third full year in F1 because he had a full year in F1 last year. If he wants a third full year in F1, he has to do well in this race. Because that will recontextualize last year. Because suddenly people will start to say, hey, wait a minute. Maybe last year no one could have done well in that seat. Maybe he wasn't that bad. Maybe Yuki wasn't that bad. Maybe that was just a car thing. Maybe that was a Christian Horner thing. Maybe that was a reg set thing. Because let's be honest. Max made last reg set his bitch. He won in 2022, 2023, 2024. He won 3 out of the 4 reg
and he lost the last season by 2 points.
He lost the last season by 2 points. So that reg set was his bitch. So if Liam can show out in this race, he can not only shine a brighter light on himself, but he could shine a dimmer light on Hadjar.
Right.
And recontextualize everything. So I think Liam's under the most pressure. Yuki, I mean, I don't know what it's exciting, but I don't know what he could do other than like
it's just one last it might just be one last ride.
One last ride, maybe.
And you know what? If it's one last ride and that's all we get, then babies, we gotta soak it on up.
That's right.
We gotta really enjoy the moment. Yuki Nation really needs to just savor this. And maybe hope, because it would be really great. Listen, Zandvoort, great, sure. You know, it's a classic track. It's an old track back in the day. They brought it back, but now it's already gone. Like, you know, it's an oldie that came back for one last, you know, remix. And now it's gone. But if they can, if we could get Yuki in Monza one last time, one more ride in Monza.
Yeah, I just don't think Hadjar should risk it. It's his health and his future. He's got a long career ahead of him. You don't want to rush these things. Yeah. I just want to see him get a podium, you know? Is that too much to ask?
Okay, here's a question. Here's the real question. Yeah. Obviously, let's get Yuki on the podium before he goes. Obviously. Yeah, for sure. Yes. Well, listen, this is a good car. I mean, I did see there were some people talking about how, like, you know, within the constructors battles, you know, Red Bull getting third is kind of a tough ask, considering that McLaren is their closest with 220 points. Red Bull's in third with 177. McLaren looks like they're about to, you know, get better. So it's like, in terms of just pure constructors points, if you were wanting to like get the most out of your weekend, you want to actually put your most capable two guys on RB, because they're the ones in the battle for fifth. They're only 5 points ahead of Alpine.
You demote Max.
That's right.
That would be such an icon. Like if Red Bull like clinches fourth or something, they should just demote Max to help RB get fifth.
That would be amazing.
That'd be amazing.
I want to see what Max could do in that RB, honestly.
Me too.
We've always said that. What can Max do in that thing? Because it seems like it's easier to drive.
Yes.
And it's pacey. So maybe Max could really wring that thing's neck and make something happen. But I guess then the question remains...
Dude, in 2022, why didn't they do this? When Max clinched the championship, why didn't they just fuck... I know the answer is sponsorship obligations, but because like Oracle was like, we paid for Max Verstappen, we didn't pay for fucking Nick DeVries or whoever the fuck you're gonna switch him with. But when Max clinched the championship in like Suzuka or wherever the fuck he clinched it, like mad early, why didn't they just demote him and just so he could like help the junior team? That would have been so fucking iconic. Anyway, continue.
I guess my question is, let's say this is the next 2 or potentially 3 races. Do they do a little audition with Lindblad in the Red Bull seat too? Like, is this just Liam's in there at Monza as well? Or is this like we throw Liam in for Zandvoort? Let's not forget that Liam, this is also where he first filled in for Ricardo at Zandvoort. So he has like he has experience being thrown into Zandvoort last minute with new machinery.
That's a good pull.
But I wonder if it goes to Monza, do they put Lindblad in that Red Bull seat?
So it just becomes full Love Island. They just go, okay, thanks, Liam. Now, Arvid, can I pull you for a chat?
Well, that's what old Red Bull would do.
Just pull different lads for a chat.
And just be like, let's see which one, let's see which one gives me the fanny flaws. Let's see which one has the best chat. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them because it's an interesting move to do that because they have more invested in Lindblad. At least seems like Lindblad's actually like more of their future than Liam is. I mean, you know, we'll see what happens. Liam's been having a good fucking year, and it's been quiet. And people, and it seems unfair that he is at risk of losing his seat. So this might be his real chance to prove to everyone that he belongs there. And I
just imagine
excited.
where can you just imagine where Yuki was when he got the call? He's just like in bed,
dude.
Breakfast burrito.
Eat. Yeah.
Hey Yuki, I'm here. I'm here. You busy? No, I'm not busy. I was just reviewing some telemetry.
Oh, really? From which session?
All of them. I just have them all up.
Oh, wow. It's a lot of data.
Yeah. It's interesting because you have to like sign in, and we don't see that you've ever signed in one time.
He's like, yeah, I like
weird.
to be off the grid. I have it printed out.
Yeah.
He actually was doing that. He's using the printed out telemetry to wipe his face with burrito oil.
So Isack hurt his wrist, and he's almost like, fuck.
Yeah.
You could fill in. Shit. He's like the backup quarterback in Blue Mountain State.
He's the ultimate. Yuki, ultimate reserve, king of reserve vibes.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you think's going to happen?
I think Liam's probably going to do. I mean, he couldn't do worse than he did in his last stint. I think he'll do better.
Right.
I think he'll be closer. And I think I have no idea how Yuki's going to do. I have no idea. I think it's either going to be good or him and Arvid Lindblad are going to crash. I think it's going to be a fucking disaster.
Yeah. Return of chaos, Yuki. And
then Yuki just goes, I can't even believe this guy. Seriously. This guy sucks. What is this guy's problem?
I think, what do I think is going to happen? I think that Liam will do kind of similar to what Hadjar has done. I think it'll be a similar delta.
Yeah.
And I really worry that Yuki's going to get wiped. I'm worried that Lindblad's going to wipe Yuki. But please, Yuki, prove me wrong. What I really hope for is honestly that both of them just have like killer weekends.
Like, what in Yuki's mind did he actually ever think he'd be presented with this opportunity? No. No. It's like being the understudy for like Tom Cruise. Like, do you ever think you're going to get in?
No.
It's like being
it's being a bench player on like
being
a team,
Tom Brady's. It's like being Tom Brady's fucking backup.
Yeah.
Like, are you actually watching the game film? Like, you're never getting in,
right?
Ever.
But who knows? What he's insisted on is that he's like, I'm still in it. I'm training. But you know what? It will be put to the test because it's also it's sprint. You don't have 3 sessions to figure out what the fuck's going on with your car. You have 1 session, then a qualifying.
I think that's good for him. I think that's good for him. He doesn't have a lot of time to think about it. Just jump in, just fucking go. I think he's more likely to crash in a free practice than he is in.
It's a good point.
Just less time to think about it, the better.
I love it. Well, we'll be tuning in. We know you will. We're going to have a lot to discuss come Monday and Wednesday's episodes. Babies, Yuki's back. Buy your merch, theredflagspod.com. We got the best Yuki merch in the game. Emily Ratajkowski wore it. Kristen Bell wore it. Everyone rocks the Yuki merch. Yuki hasn't gone anywhere. For everyone that thought I left, I never left. I just went away for a little while. We're going to hear a version of that from Yuki Tsunoda come Zandvoort on Saturday and Sunday. This does it for us in a special breaking news edition of Red Flags, part of the Vox Media Network. We will see you on Monday, Venkers. Sunday night.
Goodbye, Venkers.